Tonight they revealed the cover cards for Alliance Insight, and let's take a look at these brand new Add Ignister cards, and let's get right into it. We have Wizard Add Ignister. It's a level 4 Dark Cyberse effect monster, 1800 attack and 400 defense. You can only use the first and second effect of this card's name once per turn, and if you control a Cyberse monster that was special summoned from the extra deck, you can target one Dark Cyberse monster in your graveyard, special summon both this card from your hand and that monster in defense position. Also, you cannot special summon for the rest of this turn except Cyberse monsters. You can banish this card from your field or graveyard, then target one monster your opponent controls, change its battle position. Off to a great start, an amazing extender for Cyberse decks, and honestly, I would definitely run 3 of this in Malice, because you get to revive any of your Dark Cyberse monsters that aren't links back to the field so you can use them as link material later in your combo. Every wizard has to have a backup, and we have backup at Ignister, a retrain to backup secretary, and it's a level 3 Dark Cyberse tuner effect monster, 1200 attack and 800 defense, and you can only use the first and second effect of this card's name once per turn. If a Cyberse monster is special summoned from the extra deck to your field, you can special summon this card from your hand. If this card is normal or special summoned, you can add one Dark Cyberse monster from your deck to your hand, except backup Ignister, then discard one card. Honestly, I just see these as win-wins for the lovely Malice deck because they're all Dark Cyberse. So getting more searches is very great, and more consistency is really impactful for the deck, and we could probably see Malice support in this set as well that works great with these cards. And now, after that, we have a brand new Curry, being Curry Link at Ignister, a level 1 Dark Cyberse effect monster. Really wish we had Link Ibow for this still. 300 attack, 200 defense, and you can only use the first and second effect of cards with this card's name once per turn. If this card is in your hand or graveyard, quick effect, you contribute one at Ignister monster you control, special summon this card but banish it when it leaves the field. When a Cyberse monster you control is targeted for an effect while you control a Cyberse monster that was special summoned from the extra deck, quick effect, you contribute this card and negate that effect. Being able to dodge things like infinite impermanence is really great, or even effect veiler, I really do like. And also being able to protect something from being targeted is also really good, especially in decks like Ignister, when they definitely need it the most. After the new Link Ibow retrain, we have a new Firewall Dragon retrain, being Firewall Saber Dragon. It's a level 7 Dark Cyber Synchro effect monster, 2300 attack and 2000 defense. The materials are 1 tuner plus 1 non-tuner monster, and you can only use the first, second, and third effect of this card's name once per turn. If this card is synchro summoned, you can target one Cyberse monster in your graveyard or banishment and add it to your hand. You can target one other Cyberse monster you control. This card's level becomes the same level as that monster's, and if this card is sent to the graveyard as a link material, you can add one I spell card from your deck to your hand. Being able to recover from the graveyard or banished is very great, especially with the 3 previous cards, but also being able to make this card any level of a Cyberse monster you control is relatively strong, and being able to add an I spell from your deck to your hand is also relatively strong. So realistically, this is a powerful synchro monster for the entire Cyberse category. And now another card that you're probably going to use in the deck is going to be Code Igniter. It is a rank 4 Dark Cyberse Exceed effect monster, 2300 attack and 200 defense. 2 level 4 monsters, and you can only use the first, second, and third effect of cards with this card's name once per turn. If this card is Exceed summoned, you can add one Cyberse ritual monster from your deck to your hand. You can detach one material from this card, ritual summon one ritual monster from your hand by attributing monsters from your hand and or field whose total levels equal or exceed the level of ritual monsters you are ritual summoning. And if this card is sent to the graveyard as a link material, you can add one eye trap from your deck to your hand. So literally, I think that this is just going to be able to grab any of your Cyberse ritual monsters just because, so you can discard it or do whatever you need with it. And then you're just going to link it away to grab an eye trap from your deck to your hand. But realistically, I think there's other ways to get eye traps out of the deck. So honestly, you might not play it, but you might play it, depending on what type of build you're running. Next up, we have the sole boss monster of the deck, the cover card of the pack, being a Code Talker at Ignister. It is a Link 5 Dark Cyberse Link effect monster, 2300, and it points left, bottom, bottom, right, and it takes 3+ effect monsters, so it's super generic. You can only use the second effect of this with this card's name once per turn. If this card is link summoned, you can special summon as many Cyberse monsters as possible with 2300 attack from your graveyard to your zone this card points to, and if you do, this card gains 500 attack for each monster summoned, although you cannot special summon for the rest of this turn. When your opponent activates a card or effect, quick effect, you contribute one of your link monsters this card points to, negate that activation, and if you do, banish that card. So being a brand new Cyberse Omni Negate is relatively strong, and this card works with every single Malice Cyberse monster because they're all 2300. So realistically, those are things that you could summon back, or even in Ignister, you could summon anything back realistically. Next up, we have a brand new spell card for the deck, being Connection with Eye. It's a normal spell card, and you can only activate one card with this card's name per turn. Reveal one Cyberse monster in your hand. Apply the following effects depending on the revealed attribute. Also, you cannot special summon for the rest of the turn except Cyberse monsters. If you reveal a dark, special summon the revealed monster, then add one level 4 or lower non-dark Cyberse monster from your deck to your hand. Non-dark, shuffle the revealed monster into the deck, then add one Ignister monster with a different attribute from your deck to your hand. So it literally gets anything that you need, and realistically, it's a really good card for adding Ignister and any real Cyberse pile, honestly, being able to grab whatever Cyberse monster that you need that's non-dark, or whatever add Ignister monster you need, depending on what situation you're in. And then finally, with each support wave, we get a brand new trap card, being Ibow. It is a normal trap, and you can only use the first and second effect of this card's name once per turn. Target a number of face-up cards your opponent controls equal to the number of Cyberse monsters you control with 2300 original attack. Negate their effects until the end of this turn. You can banish this card from your graveyard, then target one of your banished Cyberse monsters, special summon it. Really generic, really strong, normal trap for Ignister or Cyberse decks, so realistically, this is a really powerful card, and overall, this new support wave of Ignister is really, really strong, because it boosts not only at Ignister, it boosts every Cyberse deck that there is, which in my opinion is really great, but I'm still glad that something like Mathmech Circular is still banned, because with that, Cyberse piles would be super strong and really recursive over the course of the duel. But I want to know what you guys think about the brand new Add Ignister cards from Alliance Insight. But anyways, I've been Bolt Spider. See you guys in the next video, and goodbye.